Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jai Hind, Namaskar. So I hope, देखो, I know that you say that it should be at 7, but in order to, if we have to conduct the classes at 7 a.m., it is going to be very much challenging because when I am having the classes at 8, so I have to prepare that editorial. You know that the editorial comes in the morning at around 5. The e-paper which gets uploaded, it is around 5 a.m. So then after I require some time in order to prepare those content. There can be just 1 second. Okay. The thing is, the newspaper, it comes in the morning at around 5 a.m. And then uh, just 1 second. So that's why we are having it at 8 a.m. Because if we are having it in the extreme morning at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m., then you will not get the quality content. Because when we are going through editorial is just telling one side of the story. You need a multi-dimensional analysis of that topic, which can be useful for your examination. So if we are having classes in the morning at 7 a.m., it will be like the topic will be there, but we will be discussing something irrelevant. Okay. Many a times you may see this one thing that many people are discussing it, but then the relevance of the topic for the exam is on the lower side. There are so many things which are being discussed, but then the relevance of it for your examination is on the lower side. So that's why we are taking some time, so that when we are starting, when we are covering certain topic, it should be useful for your examination, not just for the sake of having a session, but for usefulness. So that is the main reason that why we are having it at 8 a.m. Okay. Now, let's come to today's topic. Today we have to discuss certain topics, like the first one is Shanti doctrine. Remember this one thing, it is not Shanti Act, it is Shanti doctrine which we are talking about here. So this is the first one which is related to this is the first part, the Shanti doctrine which we have to see. The second thing which we have to talk about, the fast track courts. Are they relevant? Because this is one of the topic which is very much important for examination. You may have seen that recently there was NEET paper leak, and during this NEET paper leak, there was a demand that there should be a fast track court. So government has gone there. Government has set up a fast track court also. A new bill has also come. So in that respect, we are going to talk about the fast track courts. And then this is also one article, the commoditization of AI, that how we can make AI valuable, or you can say a profitable technology. So these are the three topics which we are going to discuss in today's session. So let us start first with the Shanti doctrine. Okay. This is the first part, the Bay of Bengal as India's Shanti anchor. So what is the meaning of Shanti? Let us first see that. Okay. That what is the meaning of Shanti here? Here the term Shanti, it means securing holistic advancement, holistic advancement, securing holistic advancement through norms, trust, and integrity. So you may have seen that there was a Shanti Act. There was a Shanti Act. That Shanti Act was basically for nuclear energy, but that is not related here. Here we are talking about the Shanti Doctrine or Shanti Policy. It is the Shanti Doctrine or Shanti Policy. Why we are having this policy and why we are talking about this Bay of Bengal? Let us see this one thing. Okay. First of all, if we talk about the Bay of Bengal, what is the significance of this? What is the significance of this Bay of Bengal? I think you all are aware. You may be all aware about the position of Bay of Bengal. आप सबको मालूम है Bay of Bengal कहाँ है? Okay. So this is one such region. This is one such region. This Bay of Bengal, this one connects India with ASEAN countries. ASEAN countries. It is connecting India with ASEAN countries. You will see that this Bay of Bengal connects India with East Asian countries like Japan, South Korea. You may also be aware that nowadays 40% of the import of oil in India comes from Russia. So what do you think? Where will this oil pass through? The 40% of the oil which is coming to India, where it is coming through? Which will be the preferred route? I think you are all aware. Okay. So this also is a key area for India's trade and energy security. It is a key area for India's trade and energy security also. I think you all are aware about this also one region, which is Strait of Malacca. Strait of Malacca. One of the most important trade choke points. One of the most important trade choke points, that is the Strait of Malacca. But we also see that this is one side of the story. We also see that this is also an area where we have civilizational and cultural linkages. This is an area where we are having civilizational and cultural linkages, if we are talking about Myanmar, if we are talking about Thailand, Malaysia, if we are talking about Indonesia, we are having a cultural and civilizational linkages with the littoral countries of Bay of Bengal. Those countries which are sharing the border with Bay of Bengal, we are having a cultural and civilizational link with them. Okay. Then what we see that this is also one of the area where we see that increasing presence of China in this region. We see that there is also an increasing presence of China in the region. There is also an increasing presence of China in this region. There is an increasing presence of China also in this region. This is the Bay of Bengal area, a very important area for India, a very important area for India. Now, in this context, if we are talking about this area, if we are talking about the Bay of Bengal, we have to also see this one thing, that what are the common challenges which are present there in this Bay of Bengal region. Okay. We have to see this one part, that what are the common challenges, what are the common challenges surrounding the Bay of Bengal, surrounding this Bay of Bengal. What are the common challenges? We see that this area is suffering from climate change induced cyclones, floods, etc. This area is facing huge number of cyclones and floods. Okay. We see that there is also illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. Illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. This is having illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. This area is also having supply chain disruptions. This area is also facing supply chain disruptions from time to time. We also see that there is coastal erosion, marine pollution related in this area. Coastal erosion, marine pollution, this area is facing coastal erosion, marine pollution. Then we see that this is also having issue of protection of undersea cables. Undersea cables or the communication cables, you can say that it is communication cables. So these are the common challenges, and also you can see lack of institutional mechanism. Lack of institutional mechanism. So we see that if we are talking about this Bay of Bengal region, it is suffering from multiple issues, whether it is climate change, illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing, supply chain disruption, coastal erosion, marine pollution. Then there has also been a challenge of protection of undersea communication cables. Supply chain disruption means, like suppose when we are talking about Strait of Malacca, this is a very narrow passage. This is a very much narrow passage, and many times if we see the trade is passing through this Strait of Malacca. Now if there is any such issue over there, the trade will get disrupted. This is also an important source of supply of energy resources. Like India is getting it from United States, or India is getting it from Russia or other countries. So there also a supply chain disruption can be there. The supply chain disruption means the supply chain of the different essential goods and other things, they are going to be impacted. So that is the supply chain disruption which we are talking about. Okay. So this is the second important part, that what are the common challenges which are surrounding this Bay of Bengal. Now the thing is, what has been India's strategy in the past? What has been India's strategy in past? First of all, if we look at this, we have started with one initiative which was called as Sagar. Security and growth for all in the region. Security and growth for all in the region. This was our first initiative. Security and growth for all in the region, that was Sagar. Then after we have came with another thing called as Mahasagar. Okay. So we have seen that there was second strategy which was called as Mahasagar. So Mahasagar was mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across region. Mutual and holistic advancement. This was for mutual and holistic advancement for growth across regions. So this was the second strategy of India, Mahasagar. Then now we have the third initiative, and that initiative is basically Shanti. Norms, trust and integrity. Norms, trust and integrity. So here we have seen what is the full form of Shanti? Securing holistic advancement through norms, trust and integrity. So this is the next part, that is securing holistic advancement through norms, trust and integrity. So this is the third part which we see here, that now we have come with a new doctrine, that is Shanti. Okay. So earlier we were having the three important things, Sagar, Mahasagar, and now we are having Shanti. So see this one thing. First of all, we have seen what is the importance of this region of Bay of Bengal. Second thing, we have seen that what are the common challenges which are there. Third thing, we have seen that what has been a strategy so far. Okay. Now, in the case of Shanti, what we are trying to do? What is the main focus in Shanti? Okay. What is the main focus under this Shanti doctrine? Under this Shanti doctrine, what we are focusing? Okay. That from competition, we are now moving towards cooperation. That from competition among the countries, there will be now cooperation among the countries. That is one of the part. From influence to institution building. From influence to institution building. From influence to institution building. From crisis response. From crisis response to long-term resilience. That from crisis response, we are moving to long-term resilience. From protecting maritime spaces to governing shared maritimes common. From protecting maritime spaces to governing shared maritimes common. And then we see that from deterrence to shared responsibility. From deterrence to shared responsibility. From deterrence to shared responsibility. So what we see that now we are having a change in our approach. Now we are having a change in our approach in this area of Bay of Bengal. Okay. So what we see that earlier our focus was on competition. Now our focus is on cooperation. Earlier our focus was on influence. Now the focus will be on institution building. From crisis response to long-term resilience. From protecting maritime spaces to governing shared maritime commons and from deterrence to shared responsibility. Okay. So this is something, this Shanti Act, like Sagar was a vision. Sagar was more like a vision. Mahasagar was expanding the scope of that vision, and Shanti is the implementation of that vision. So, if we look at this, Sagar, it was just a vision. Mahasagar, that Mahasagar, it was expanding a scope, expanding geographical scope. And now, when we talk about the Shanti, when we are talking about Shanti, it is about implementation. It is about the implementation. So we see that there is a tremendous change in our approach. Earlier, it was just focusing on the vision, the shared goals and everything. Okay. So here we are looking at, in the case of Shanti, we are looking at the many of the dimensions, like we are looking for maritime security, disaster response, blue economy initiative, environmental protection. Okay. So we see that, like what we are trying to do, under this Shanti, what is our ultimate aim? The ultimate aim is this: a common framework for maritime governance, a better coordination in maritime security, disaster response, blue economy initiative, environmental protection, rule-based and trust-based cooperation, and a stronger regional stewardship rather than dominance by any country. So this is what we are trying to achieve. This is what we are trying to achieve as part of the Shanti initiative. So earlier it was like we were having multiple Sagar and Mahasagar. It was talking about the vision, but nothing was working on the ground. And now we see that this Bay of Bengal has become a very much important priority for India. It has become one of the very much priority for India. Okay. So this is in this context that we are having the new doctrine called as Shanti. Editorial is something which will be different. Editorial is about the views, opinions. They are going to give you points. Editorial का चीज आपको मेंस में काम आता है, सिर्फ प्रीलिम्स में उससे रिलेटेड बहुत ही कम चीजें काम आती हैं. Okay. And you will find that the prelims notes are going to be different, especially for UPPCs. It is going to be different. So I hope this one part is clear. किसी को इसमें कोई doubt? Any doubt in this first topic? What we have seen? First, we have seen this one part, that what is this Bay of Bengal? What is the significance of this? Second thing is, what are the common challenges surrounding this Bay of Bengal? Third part has been India's strategy in the past. Fourth part is what the Shanti Act is doing. And in this case, we have also seen that what are the aims, what are the things which Shanti is providing, the Shanti doctrine, what is the ultimate aim of it. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Any doubt, any confusion for anyone? Okay. चलो तो next पे आते हैं. Now we are having the next one part, the fast track course. One second. Okay. Yes, PDF will be provided, Megha. PDF is uploaded on daily basis in the Telegram app. Okay. So in the Telegram app, it will be uploaded. Daily it is uploaded there. Now coming to the next part, fast track courts. Fast track court. What is the context? We have seen in the NEET exam paper leak, there has been NEET exam paper leak. There have been protests. This has led to new law. This has led to establishment. There has been establishment of, it proposes establishment of fast track courts. It proposes establishment of fast track courts. Plus, there is another thing, time bound case disposal. Time bound case disposal. So there are two major things which has come out from this NEET exam controversy, that there was this NEET paper leak. After this, there was a protest. The government came with a new law. And when the government came with a new law, there are two important things here. One is there has been establishment of a fast track court. This proposes establishment of a fast track court, and it also decides the timeline, that the case will be decided within 3 months by the trial court, and the appeal can also be done within 3 months. The appeal can also be disposed of within 3 months. Means within 6 months, there is going to be justice delivered under the provisions of this act. Okay. So this is one of the part which we see here, that the fast track courts have been established. Now the question is this, that fast track court, can it ensure a speedy justice? Second thing is, will it be fair? There are two questions which we see here. Can it ensure the speedy justice? Can it ensure the speedy justice? Second thing is that when we are talking about this, can it be fair? Now, when we are talking about the fast track courts, there is certain data which we have to see. We have to look at some of the data, because from data, post leaked situation, what about pre-leaked? Pre-leaked situation में क्या ही करेगा court? If there is no such leak, in that condition, what will be done by the courts? That is not the ambit of the court. That is the ambit of the government, where the government has to make sure that they are having a proper institution. Okay. Now, if we are talking about some data, we have the data of 2025. Here we are having the data of 2025. What we see, that around 1.4 lakh new cases. Around 1.4 lakh new cases in fast track courts. There are certain fast track courts which has already been established for a number of matters. In India, we are already having fast track courts which are adjudicating multiple matters. Some of them are related to crime against women. Some of them are related to crime against children. Okay. So for crime against women, for crime against children, we are already having some of the fast track courts. So around 1.4 lakh new cases were there in the fast track courts, and only 66,000 were disposed. Only 66,000 cases were disposed. You can see that, like, you can see this one thing, that around 50%, more than 50% of the cases remain pending. So what we see that for 2025, for 2025, okay, for 2025, we see that more than 50% cases became backlog. So this is one data which we have to keep in mind, that when we are advocating for the fast track courts, when we are advocating for the fast track courts, the thing is that in the past also we are having fast track courts, but we see that there has been a challenge with respect to their efficiency also, that how much cases they are able to dispose. Now, we are not having a specific comparison with respect to fast track courts and normal courts, because the National Judicial Data Grid, is not compiling such a data. The National Judicial Data Grid is not compiling such a data, otherwise we would have been able to compare it. So since there is no such data compilation from the government side, it is difficult to compare. So we have figure of only 1 year of 2025, that how many cases were filed in the fast track courts, how many of them got disposed of by the end of the year, and how many of them are still pending. So this is one thing which we see here. Now the thing is, if we look at the fast track courts, what are some of the major issues, okay, or the existing challenges? What are the existing challenges? We see that only some cases gets assigned to fast track court. Only some of them are getting assigned to fast track courts. We see that no increase in number of judges. We see that the existing judges are given the task of fast track courts. The existing judges, they are given over or assigned over the tasks of the fast track courts. Okay. So basically we see that there is a mere redistribution of judicial resources. Only redistribution of judicial resources, only redistribution of judicial resources we see that no net addition in capacity. There is no net addition in capacity. Now see this one thing, that some of the judges are given the task of fast track courts. They are given assigned to fast track courts. Now the thing is, if they are assigned to fast track courts, it means on the other side there will be some other cases. On the other side there will be some other cases which will remain pending. Some other cases will remain pending. Why? Because the judge has been assigned to a fast track court. So judge is now seeing the cases of the fast track courts, and the other cases which are there, it will remain pending for a much more longer period of time. Okay. Now the thing is, when we are looking at a speedy disposal of cases, when we talk about a speedy disposal of cases, this one depends on the speedy disposal of cases depends on multiple factors. Like, one of them is timely investigation. Timely investigation. Okay. Timely witness examination. Timely witness examination. We also see that it depends on coordination among stakeholders. Coordination among stakeholders. That there should be a coordination among the stakeholders. That is also one of the part. Then we also see that there should be a reduction in unnecessary adjournments. There should be a reduction in unnecessary adjournments, and there should be predictable scheduling. So if we are talking about this one part, that how we can go for a speedy disposal of the cases, there should be a number of things which have to be kept in mind. Only establishment of a fast track court is not sufficient. Only establishment of a fast track court is not sufficient. We see that there is a number of things which we have to look into. Now what we see, that if we are talking about this, if we look at the Indian judicial system, if we talk about Indian judicial system, we see that there is a pendency of 4.8 crore cases in trial courts. And what we see, that the judges to population ratio, what is the law commission recommendation? Law commission says 50 judges per million. And how much we are having? 15 judges per million. That we need to have 50 judges per million, and we are having 15 judges per million. So we see that this is one part. The Law Commission of India recommends that we should have 50 judges per million. But in actual, how much we are having? 15 judges per million. So this is one of the challenging scenario. That we are going to have a fast track courts. Now, we are establishing fast track courts, but even in fast track courts, many of them are pending. Why? We are not having sufficient number of judges. Our speedy disposal of cases depend on these factors also. Now, at the same time, what we also see, that what has been this other challenges which we see here. That apart from this, there are other challenges. There are certain other challenges also. One thing is shortage of public prosecutors. Shortage of public prosecutors. Second thing is capacity of public prosecutor vis-a-vis private lawyers. What we see, that the private lawyers who are there, they are having many such juniors, many such research people, they are having an entire firm. Their firm is dedicated to finding the loopholes, doing the research and everything. And the public prosecutor is not having all these facilities. First of all, there is a shortage in the number also. Then there is a challenge with respect to their capacity also. That how they are going to do the different research, how they are going to handle the cases. So that is also one of the capacity. Then we see that the prosecutions remain weak, and then we are also having a weak forensic infrastructure. There is also a weak forensic infrastructure. We are also having a weak forensic infrastructure. We are also having a weak forensic infrastructure. Many of the forensic labs are understaffed. We are not having forensic infrastructure everywhere. Okay, there is this we see that there is a delay in the forensic reports which slows down the trial. We see that delay in forensic report, this one slows down trial. So this is also one of the part that we are having other challenges also, that fast track courts we are going to establish it, we are going to have fast track courts, and plus at the same time we are also having time bound decision or time bound judgment. Now there is a question over this also. Can it ensure fairness? Can it ensure fairness? Can it undermine the justice? That if we are saying that we are going to have this in a time bound manner of 3 months or 6 months, so can we ensure that the decision which has been given, has it considered all the different angles? Given our capacity, given our weakness in infrastructure, from judicial strength to public prosecutor to forensic, can it ensure the justice for the people? Okay. So can it ensure this? Yes, high courts also have 30% of vacancy. Current affairs, if you look at this, tell me one thing. How many topics we are discussing? And tell me one more thing. Is it important for your exam or not? Today we are discussing two important topics. One is, we have discussed two important topics. One is related to the Bay of Bengal. Second is related to fast track courts. I have given you proper notes for it also. Now tell me one thing. Is it not sufficient? And on weekly basis, we are having at least 5 classes. We are having at least 15 topics. So tell me, is it not sufficient for the mains? Is it not sufficient? So tell me about this. You all are always saying that start new batch. The thing is, we are already having these many things. I know you are waiting for it, but I will suggest you that go with this. Okay. I will suggest you that you should be going with this. Do not wait for anything. Just go with the flow. Go with the things. Okay. No, there is nothing. We will be discussing this thing only. We will be discussing the current affairs part only. So don't worry about it. We are covering each and every topic this year on YouTube itself. हम लोग हर एक टॉपिक को इस बार YouTube पे ही डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. So don't worry about this. We will cover each and every angle. That's why we have started this special editorial session, so that your mains preparation will also go on simultaneously. So in the evening we are having the current affair class. There we are discussing more of prelims nature things. Here in the morning we are discussing more of like a static portion, more of a static portion. This is not just in like I am not just covering the topic. In fact, you will see that I am covering in the entire depth of the topic, each and everything related to that topic. Plus, at the same time, I'm giving you questions also. You can understand this, that this will is your free current affair class. सर आप बीपीएससी मेंस क्लास लीजिएगा. I think one sir is already taking that class. Evening classes there on the KGS IAS Hindi channel. On the KGS IAS Hindi channel, it is having notes in both English and Hindi. So even if you can understand the content in Hindi, you can note down the content in English later also. The evening की जो class होती है, it has content in bilingual manner in English and Hindi also. So now we are coming to the third topic. अब आते हैं तीसरे टॉपिक पे. So the next topic is the next DPI. How can India commoditize AI? This article is about like how we can commoditize AI. It is talking about how we can commoditize AI. Okay. Not very much important topic, but just we will see a glimpse of it. Okay. Just इसको थोड़ा थोड़ा देख लेंगे. It's not very much important from exam perspective, but let me give you a hint of it. No need to make notes from this. It is basically saying that globally we see that there is a trend. There is a trend. What is that trend? Many countries, many of the countries, they are investing in AI. They are investing in AI. They are developing AI as a commodity. They are developing this AI as a commodity. So this is one thing. In past also, if we look at India, India has got Jam Trinity. India has got the Jam Trinity. India had successful experience in case of data. India has successful experience in terms of data. That we have been able to revolutionize the data, means data recharge or the internet access. That we have been able to provide it at a very cheap cost to the people. Okay. So globally, all the countries are investing in AI. We also have successful experience in the past where we have gone for Aadhaar, then we have got for banking inclusion, we have got for data. So we have also created many such things. We have also created many such portals and other things which have become global. If we talk about UPI also, that was also a successful model. So here the main argument is that we should be going for promoting the AI also in the same manner. That AI should also be promoted as a commodity. And we have discussed a similar article in past also. How we can do this? That we can provide free AI to our research institutions, to our scholars, to our schools, colleges, etc., etc. So this article is again telling about the same thing. From the examination perspective, it is not very much important. Generally, from the AI perspective or other things, you can read it. But from exam perspective, it is not so much important. Okay. Yes, Anuj. There is a very little chance. And you know, in English, when you say little, it is no. Okay, I will try to make a balance of both the things. Apurti Sankat is, what is Apurti Sankat? Apurti Sankat stands for uh, supply disruption, supply chain disruption, or supply chain crisis. It stands for supply chain crisis or supply crisis. For me, changing English to Hindi is quite easier, but from changing Hindi to English is quite difficult. Okay. I will try to make sure that there is some midway there. Okay, Sameer Sarkar. Okay, I will try to see what can be done. Okay. Meanwhile, let's come to the questions. We have two questions for today. India should transform the Bay of Bengal into the first operational model of Shanti doctrine by promoting norms, trust, integrity, and cooperative governance. एक तो ये question है. I'm giving you another question. Write this one. Leave this one. Discuss the significance. Discuss the significance and challenges with respect to Bay of Bengal in present geopolitical situation. Discuss the significance and challenges with respect to Bay of Bengal in present geopolitical situation. Highlight the significance of Shanti doctrine in this regard. So this is something which you have to write in 250 words. Okay. तो ये वाला क्वेश्चन लिखो, पहले क्वेश्चन को रहने दो, ये वाला क्वेश्चन लिखो. This is much more broader question. Discuss the significance and challenges with respect to Bay of Bengal in present geopolitical situation. Highlight the significance of Shanti doctrine in this regard. And do you think that fast track courts can ensure speedy and effective justice in India? Justify your answer with suitable arguments. तो ये दोनों क्वेश्चंस का आंसर आपको लिखना है. Okay, I will try to mix English. Okay. Now, coming to last day's question. कल का जो क्वेश्चन है उस पे आते हैं. Do you think that India missed a major opportunity by abstaining from ILO Convention number 193? Justify your answer with suitable arguments. So, how many of you have written this answer? How many of you have written this answer? Do you think that India missed a major opportunity by abstaining from ILO Convention number 193? Justify your answer with suitable arguments. You have written this? Okay. So how you will start this answer? How we are going to start this answer? Let us see this. The first thing which we can write is about the introduction. Here we can give a brief about convention number 193. Here you can give a brief about convention number 193. Then after this, make a flow chart. Make a flow chart. That purpose of convention number 193. That what is the purpose of this convention number 193? That will be the second part of it. Now coming to the question that do you think India missed a major opportunity? So here you can write this, that what was India's position. Third part will be first, second, third. India's position with respect to Convention number 193. Here you can mention that the Indian government has abstained from voting, whereas the Employer Forum from India and the Labor Forum from India have voted in the favor of this. So you will give this third part, India's position with respect to Convention number 193. Fourth position, that what are the drawbacks if India has not signed it? Then what are the drawbacks or missing the opportunity part? So how will like drawbacks of not signing or drawbacks of not favoring, or just one more thing, you can read why India didn't sign or didn't favored, why India, or is this can be reason behind abstaining, reason behind abstaining. That will be the fourth part. Here you will mention, we have seen what reasons were there, the reason behind abstaining, that will be the fourth part. The fifth part will be that drawbacks of abstaining. Drawbacks of abstaining. Then the sixth part will be that what should be the way forward. Now in the way forward, see, the thing is, it's not like we have to always just follow the international convention. First you can give that first we need some national level reforms. Okay. One thing is national level reforms, that we need the national level reforms. We need the national level reforms. While you are writing the drawbacks of abstaining, do mention facts. With respect to gig workers. जब आप यहाँ पे ये पॉइंट जब लिख रहे हो ना, that what are the drawbacks of abstaining, so do mention about the facts with respect to gig workers. When you are mentioning here reasons behind abstaining, do mention about 7th schedule concurrent list. तो यहाँ पे आपको concurrent list को जरूर mention करना है. Then here you have to mention the facts with respect to the gig workers. In the way forward, you can mention about the national level reforms. The second part, that joining 193. Okay. This here you can say that India can have a multi-stakeholder discussion. India can have a multi-stakeholder discussion with respect to joining or abstaining from this convention. तो अभी भले ही हमने abstain किया है, फ्यूचर में ज्वाइन भी कर सकते हैं या नहीं भी कर सकते हैं. So it all depends on that we should have a multi-stakeholder discussion within India. If we are having a discussion with multi-stakeholders like the state governments, the employers, the labor unions, then we can come to an argument that whether we should go for it or we should not be going for it. Okay. So we need to have a proper discussion and deliberation with respect to it. It is not always required that we should be part of all the global convention. But yes, the main or the most important matter which is there, that we should have national level reforms with respect to the gig workers. That with respect to the gig workers, we should have national level reforms. So in the way forward, your first priority should be writing that what national level reforms are required with respect to social security, with respect to minimum wage payment, with respect to occupational safety and others. तो इस पे जो बेसिक पार्ट है उसको आप पहले मेंशन करोगे. Then on the matter of whether to join it or not, it should be a multi-stakeholder discussion. Okay. And then when you are writing conclusion, when you are writing conclusion, here you can reiterate that part, that India is a sovereign country. India is a sovereign country, and the decision to join or not to join a convention is its strategic autonomy. However, at the same time, the main purpose is to ensure that there is welfare and growth of gig workers. Okay. So here we don't have to say that we have missed an opportunity or not. Here we have to emphasize on this point that whether to join a convention or not, that is our strategic autonomy. We will not be guided by someone that you have to join it or not to join it. It is under our strategic autonomy. So that is one side of the story. But at the same time, the main purpose or the ideal is that we have to protect the gig workers. So in the conclusion, you can come to this part, that it is a part of our strategic autonomy. Whether to join a convention or not, it comes under the strategic autonomy of the India, okay, of India. Now, at the same time, we must work at national and state level to ensure the safety, security, growth, and dignity of gig workers. So you can mention 3-4 keywords also: safety, security, dignity, and growth of gig workers. So this is what you can write in the conclusion part. That also you can mention that India must pursue a model of growth with justice by balancing the ease of doing business with ease of living for workers. Yes, that is also one last line which you can write there. There is one part that whether we should go for one complete revision of a subject and then should start with it. See, it's totally your choice. Everyone has a different level of liking for subject. Like suppose if you like some subject, you will like to finish it first and then start some other. But suppose you are starting some subject in which you are struggling, so rather than struggling, you can move on to next subject, then again give some time, come back to the first one. So it totally depends on you. Sir, is it necessary to use administrative vocab? Which administrative vocab? There is nothing like administrative vocab as such, but if you are using some keywords which are generally used in government paper or other things, it will be beneficial for you. Why beneficial for you? The thing is, what are you going into? You are going into government. Your aim is to go into the government. Here we are discussing editorials. In editorials, we discuss both the positives and negatives. But in every editorial, when we are writing the answer, we are trying to make a balance. Why? See, the motive of the class is not to examine the policy of the government. The motive of our class is not to examine the policy of government. The motive of our class is to create those contents which can be used to write the answer. And for writing an answer, you need a balancing act. And at the same time, you need to be familiar with some of the keywords which are continuously used by the government or in the government documents. So motive is different. Okay. So I hope it's clear. See, in our classes, we are not discussing about that whether the government is doing right or wrong. We are not discussing about it. In our classes, we are discussing about those things which can be written in the exam. Now, there is one question. जब next करता हूँ तो पीछे वाला भूलने लगता हूँ. There is a thing which I have discussed time and again, that you should make a list of the topics which you are reading and try to recall the topics by seeing those things. Try to have 1 or 2 days every week just for revision. अगर आपके पास 7 days है ना, तो out of 7 days keep 5 days for reading new things and keep 2 days at least for revision of the previous topics, so that you can have a command over the things. So that will be all. So we have seen, we have seen the 3 topics: Shanti doctrine, fast track course, they are very much important part. Then commoditizing AI, that is one of the part which we have seen. Okay, I have given you 2 questions also here. Question number 2 and 3, try to write them. Question number 2 and question number 3, try to write them. In the evening, we are having the current affair classes at 6 p.m. Okay, and that will be all for today. Now tomorrow there is Saturday. On Saturday you will find that the Hindu is not having many editorials. Saturday ko editorial nahi aata. We have discussed the editorial of Friday today. Now on Saturday we don't have that much editorial. On Sunday also there is no so much editorial. So then we will meet again on Monday, and on Monday we will be discussing the new topics. Okay. So thank you everyone. Let's meet then on Monday. Today is Friday, no, right? Today is Friday. So let me check. Today is Friday. Yes, today is Friday. So let's meet then on Monday, and then we will discuss the new editorials. Thank you so much everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you.